Hi, this is Chandrashekhar Prabhu once again. In our last post, we promised you that we shall talk about the uh, properties of the municipal corporation which were built post 1969. Uh, why this 1969 cutoff date? Because the cessed buildings prior to 1940 are A category, prior to 1950 are the B category, and prior to 1960 are the C category. Similarly, in the municipal corporation, if a building is built or acquired by the municipal corporation prior to the year 1969, uh, it goes into the category of 33(7) where it can be developed, and all those buildings which are 50 years and above, which were built by the municipal corporation, cannot be taken by for redevelopment, not because they don't require redevelopment. They require redevelopment, very dire need of redevelopment, but they cannot be taken up for redevelopment. Why? The reason is very simple: just because their date of birth is such that there is no policy which governs buildings which were built after that datum line. There are hundreds and hundreds of such buildings, and many of them from Worli area. Incidentally, Worli area is presently represented in the state legislature by none other than the minister in the Maharashtra cabinet and the son of the chief minister, Uddhav Thackeray. Worli is represented by Aditya Thackeray, son of Uddhav Thackeray. Uddhav Thackeray is the chief minister. Aditya Thackeray is a minister in the state cabinet. And the post 69, post 1960, all these properties which require redevelopment are in this area. I've been working with all these municipal properties which have been built by the municipal corporations, small little houses, 150, 160 square feet. Under the new rules, all the tenants will be entitled ownership area of 450 square feet. They will get proper car parking area, they will get proper accommodation, they will get proper amenities, they will get a proper cooperative society office. The commercial premises will also get proper space. They will have fungible area of 35%. I'm talking about the commercial area. The planning can be done well, the heights of the building can be properly done, the quality of construction can be well maintained, and the residents are very keen to do the redevelopment on their own. They are also in a position to raise finance. They have said that we do not want the municipal corporation to guarantee anything. We don't even want the land to be mortgaged. We are in any case willing to raise extra area by pre-selling of the extra area to our own members, and we will raise our own funds. You only tell us which policy is applicable to us. But unfortunately, the municipal corporation says there is no policy. We have not made any policy. It is ridiculous that the municipal corporation, which is responsible for making policy for redevelopment for every single building in Mumbai, whether it is in the island city or in the eastern suburbs or in the western suburbs, including that of the slums, and it has to manage the upkeep, it has to provide water supply, it has to provide electricity, it has to provide roads, it has to provide the necessary infrastructure to all, it has to cater to schools, it has to cater to the health facility for every single resident of India, of who is living in Mumbai. It's the responsibility of the municipal corporation to cater to him, his health. his education, his road, his transportation, everything. But their own properties, which they own on their land, which they have built, which they have rented out to tenants. And who are these tenants? These were tenants who lived in their own private residences. BMC needed their old houses for widening the road. BMC needed their old houses for laying of water lines. BMC needed their old houses for laying of drainage line. BMC needed their old houses for creating garden, creating playgrounds. BMC needed their old houses for creating infrastructure for the rest of the city. And because BMC needed their original houses for the benefit of you and me, the rest of the city, BMC told them that you have to sacrifice. You have to vacate your houses, we will demolish it, and we will create a public service in its place. And you shall now be shifted into a building which we will build for you. So they built a building. And in that building, whatever be the size of house in which they lived in their earlier residence, they were given a standard 120, 140 square feet flat in which they have moved. Some had big shops, moved into smaller shops, and they have been conducting either their business or their residences. It's been more than 50 years since this has happened. Some shops and houses have changed hands, but they are few. And the building has over a period of years suffered severely due to quality of construction, due to age, due to misuse, due to abuse, due to many other reasons. And these buildings need redevelopment. In normal course, if they were belonging to anyone else, they were entitled to redevelopment under the new DC rules. But because they are owned by the municipal corporation, and the municipal corporation has failed in its duty to create separate rules for their own buildings which are tenanted, which are built prior to this datum line, the tenants in this building seem to be suffering. They are going from pillar to post. Some officer is telling them, we will reconstruct your building, and in the surplus area we'll create accommodation for our staff, for our senior officers, our DMCs, our MCs, and so on. Because it is in Worli area, it is sea facing, and the buildings are good. The new buildings are likely to come are going to be 30 storied, 40 storied. So naturally, all the officers must be salivating, and they will be getting accommodation there. Of course, not for keepsake. The accommodation will be as long as they would be serving the municipal corporation. These will be staff quarters. But those schemes are also not happening. The residents have time and again approached the municipal authorities saying that we are willing to take it up on our own. We are willing to assure you whatever you want financially. If you want us to assure you of our capacity to bring in finances to ensure that this project will be completed, we are willing to do that. If you want us to bring in loans from financial institution and assure you, we are willing to do that. But so far, their appeals have not yet been heard. I have personally intervened on their behalf. The municipal administration is extremely cooperative. They want to find a way out, but a way is not found. So here I am on this forum trying to appeal to not just to the municipal corporation, but to the powers that be, the local MLA, the minister, and the chief minister who's concerned about Mumbai and who has the well-being of the Mumbai at his heart, that let there be a transparent policy for self-redevelopment for such properties owned by the municipal corporation where tenants are living and the tenants are willing to come forward to redevelop their properties on their own. They should be given exactly the same FSI that other tenanted properties are getting, and be permitted to do self-redevelopment on their own. If such schemes are taken up, then not only will the tenants' problem be solved, the repairs issue on which the MCGM is spending huge amounts of money will be solved. The MCGM will save the money, will get surplus area, substantial amount, will get hundreds and hundreds of crores of rupees worth properties. The residents will be happy, and the city will get some new buildings, and people's problem will be solved. Now that the corporation elections are coming, most of these issues will come to fore. Naturally, when the ruling party has not is seen as not having taken decisions with regard to policy, the opposition will take the advantage. So we do not want anybody to get the advantage. This is not a political issue. This is an issue of policy where all political parties should come together, think commonly in terms of the well-being of the city, well-being of the properties which are owned by municipal corporation, well-being of the tenants who are living in abject bad conditions in these buildings, and think in terms of how they can be accommodated in proper houses and how redevelopment can happen without the municipal corporation having to spend any money, without the municipal corporation having to risk any of their vital properties, without the municipal corporation having to mortgage any one of their properties, without the municipal corporation trying to do anything which otherwise they would have not done. They can follow the model of MADA, and like the MADA colonies are being given for redevelopment, whatever the norms that MADA is following with its colonies, the same norms the MCGM can follow. MADA is also a government organization. Land there is belonging to MADA, which is belonging to government. Similarly, municipal is a semi-government organization, and land belongs to the municipal corporation, belongs to the semi-government organization. No one is asking you to violate the rules, but permit the existing residents. If you can permit builders to develop it and sell the flats worth crores of rupees, one flat going for 20 crore, 30 crore to rank outsiders, you jolly well must be in a position to give them to your own residents who can do it on their own. With this is Chandrashekhar Prabhu bidding you au revoir, promising you coming with more such posts. Thank you for all the support that you have been giving. Bye for now.